Today we are going to discuss this beautiful puzzle. This puzzle is mind-blowing because even Stockfish cannot solve this puzzle. So this position is white to play and win. There is in fact a forced sequence of moves that allow white to mate black or to win. So what's this sequence? If you talk about like moving your pawn first, good job, but it's wrong. If you take this pawn, you might think, oh well, I take this pawn, the black king takes back, and then I go like queen h3, and then this will be mate. Anyway, even this will be the same mate idea. But that's not the way. This doesn't work. This doesn't work because black is not forced to take this pawn. Black can just hide in the corner. And now what? Now it's just a draw. Also, taking the knight doesn't work, because after you take the knight, the queen just goes there, you go here, you lose your pawn, and now black just makes sure his king is safe and you are left with nothing. Or better, a draw, but nothing. So, what's the winning move here? The winning move is to move the bishop. Move the bishop on c7. Now, right now, Stockfish decided to come back from his holiday to the Hawaii and wake up and decide that white is actually winning here. White got a first mate sequence in 11 moves. But it's not that easy. There are so many variations of this possible sequence we're going to analyze. So, the first thing I'm going to analyze is if the knight takes the bishop. Because like black might say, well, I don't know, I'm not sure about taking this queen, this might be wrong, so I'm just going for the bishop, defending this wing. So now white is left with like black think that white is just left with a trade, a fair trade, then he takes back the pawn and black is completely winning. But this is wrong. This is wrong because in this position you can take the f7 pawn. Now let me show you a little bit, let's go back. So in this position, if you tried to fork the king and the queen, this will result in nothing, because the queen will just take you back, because it's protected by this king. But in this position, the queen is pinned by my queen, so the queen can't go anywhere, so you are forced to kinda either hide in the corner or go here, or going here. If the king gone to h8, you will just do this, and this will be just me. So let me show you a little bit. Okay, so in this case, in this other case, the queen doesn't go in the corner, but go on f8. What do you do now? The fastest way to actually win this game is not to take this queen with the pawn, but is to take the knight. This is because now the queen doesn't have any good check. So of course there's this, but then this will just be mate in one. So what does black do? Can do so many things. Stockfish said that queen e6 is the best move, of course, but you just lose the queen. That doesn't do absolutely nothing. The black queen, for example, can go here, and then you are just left with this if you want to check in a weird way. As we see before, the knight cannot take this bishop, so what happens? The queen takes this other queen, which is also the most normal thing to do, and also the right thing. In this position, you need to not just push, you need to play with this pawn, because you will give a check. This pawn is protected, and right now the black king only got two options, which is either here, but this will just lead to mate in one. A good setup of mate in one, which is this, very good setup, gotta be honest. And then just the mate. The king decided to hide in the corner. Even though white just got a bishop and a pawn, white can still manage to win in this position. So it's kinda obvious that right now you need to play bishop e5. Why? because in this position you can clearly see that this king is completely stuck in the corner. In fact, it's blocked by his own pawn and then just the king and the pawn. So what happened? Right now you're actually threatening mate on the next move by moving your king away. If the queen, for example, decided to, I don't know, going here, for example, you just move your king away and the queen goes there, and then you just do this. This is a kinda different variation, but most of the time black is going to decide to kinda check the white. In this position, most players white will decide to check the black king to gain some tempos, but this is wrong because the white king can just move away and deliver checkmate in one. He should aim for the bishop, like this. So in this position, if you, for example, choose to go like this, the queen takes, and now you can no longer defend this pawn. You are kind of forced to either go here or take the queen, but it's the same. I mean, both of these options are bad, because now black got exactly one move. This is all that black needs to do to go here, here, here. And now white is left with nothing. So in this position, you should aim to save your bishop. Where should you save your bishop? The queen is right now threatening this. So you need to save your bishop, but at the same time maintaining this threat. So either here, either on b2 or a1. The only good option is b2, and we are going to see why later on in the game. So bishop b2, interesting. Now what? Now if the queen decided to aim again for the bishop, what do? You move away. But wait, didn't I say before that this wasn't a good move? Yes, but now the bishop is much more far away than it was before. So when the queen takes, you got one move, which is all it takes to you to just queen and mate your opponent. Beautiful mate. Because right now, in this position, the queen is not giving you a check when taking the bishop. So what happened is this. So let's get back to b2, bishop b2, the brilliant move, I believe. After bishop b2, the only good move for black is to place his knight on c7. So finally moving that knight. Why is this the only good move? It's because right now you think, oh well, I just need to move my king away and then I will be able to mate black. Yes, but where do you exactly move your king? Because you see, none of these options are available. You can, even though all you need to do is moving your king away, you can't move your king anywhere. You are kind of blocked by your own pawn, but that's another story. So in this position, you're kind of stuck. But even black is kind of stuck with nothing. All white needs is to wait. How do you wait in this position if you can't move your king nor your pawn? You wait by moving your bishop. Of course on a1. But why was a1 before a bad move and now a1 is a good move? It's the best move, a1. Because what could potentially black move? He can't move his knight because it will just give a check and then we will escape the check and giving mate. He can't move his queen because otherwise we will of course move the king. And also if you try to move the pawn on the right, on the h file, it will simply get mated by our king, which will then control that square. And in the end, the only move that black can do right now is simply to move his pawn on a5. So black need to do the same thing, which is waiting for a good move. And this is called Zugzwang. Zugzwang is when you don't have any good move. So even though like you are in advantage of material, you are in a completely losing position. This pawn has come to the end, so black can no longer await this pawn has came to the end. So no matter what you promote with, doesn't matter, bishop is simply going to take. And after bishop takes, black is left with no good move. You can search up for any good move, but there is no good move. So let's put it in this position, maybe, I don't know. Let's suppose you move the knight there. As we said before, you just go away, check, discover a check with the bishop, what we were waiting for, and finally our dream became true. And if you talk about blocking with this knight now, just take the knight, queen takes back, and then mate. So thanks for watching, remember to like and subscribe, and that's it for today.